What's going on, baseball fans? How you doing? Let's get to the power rankings. And what's going on, baseball fans? How you doing? Hello. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Hope everyone is ready for the third edition of this season's Power Rankings. Another good week of baseball. Every week of baseball seems to just give us something new and exciting every single week. And hey, we're all enjoying it as the season goes along. We're starting to see some teams start to come together now. We're starting to see some teams, in my opinion, some what in the world? Something just fell from my fridge. I think there is a ghost in my apartment right now. But we're starting to see some teams start to come together. I think we're starting to see the identities of some teams kind of come to life a little bit. But it's been a fun start to the season so far, and it just keeps getting better. Good day of baseball today. You had a wacky win for the Reds today. A crazy game between the Reds and the Cubs that went extra innings that saw Nick Castellanos get a walk-off hit to give the Reds the win. It seems like the Reds just want to fight everyone lately, and that's just been pretty fun to watch. But yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're going to go over the power rankings. We're going to see kind of where some teams are at right now. And again, how I always do my power rankings, I don't just look at the records, but I look at the stats. I kind of look at, how teams are ranking offensively, how are they ranking with starting pitching, how they're ranking with the bullpen, and so on. This week, I'm going to bring in some more stats, kind of how they've been doing in the past week. That's going to kind of help me, decide whether or not a team is going to go higher or lower and so on. So I am seeing, it was 19 a split second ago, but I'm seeing 16 right now. Hopefully we start to see some more people trickle in. I am noticing this season, I'm noticing just views are just down right now. I'm not even, it's not even just with my channel. It is my channel too, but I'm noticing it with, even bigger channels, even like Giraffe Neck Mark, he put out a poll at one point asking like, hey, are you guys getting the notifications and so on? I'm noticing, even like Ball Cap Sports, even channels like Hum Baby Baseball. I'm just noticing the views are a little down, and I'm not really sure what's going on. So, but I'm glad, you guys are still here. BZ Baseball. Yeah, Fuzzy as well. I'm thinking it's probably just because of the time of the season that we're in. So hopefully as the season starts to get deeper, I think once we start getting closer to the All-Star break, the trade deadline, that's when you're going to start to see things start to pick up a little bit. So hopefully we, get a few more people in here tonight before all is said and done. So Alex S., I might have to start breaking out some more stuff like that. I got summer vacation coming up. I am a teacher, so I will have some more time on my hands. And, but yeah, we'll have to see. Hopefully we just start getting some more people in, but I am noticing, kind of across the board, views are down for the baseball channels. So, BZ Baseball, I agree. I think kind of, hey, we all love the rumors. We all love, the juicy trade rumors. We all love the free agent rumors. That's why all the offseason stuff was so good every single night. We were getting tons of people into the streams every single night. We were getting average around 100 to 150 people per night. And then we had some big streams as well. But anyway, I digress. But let's get to the power rankings for tonight. Real quick, before I do get started, if you are new here, if you are just finding this channel, just seeing this channel for the first time, think about hitting that subscribe button. We are trying to get to 7K by opening day. We've been getting a few more subscribers lately. It's been good to see. But if you are new, hit that subscribe button. Again, trying to get to 7K. by the All-Star break. We did get to 6K by opening day, so that was pretty cool. Hit that like button for me. That's going to really help this stream get out to more baseball fans. Follow me on Twitter as well if you would like to talk some baseball throughout the day. You are always more than welcome to tweet me out a question. Haven't checked Twitter in the last couple of days, so I gotta get it back on there a little bit. But if you ever got any kind of a question, or you want to hear my thought on something, definitely go over there and shoot me a tweet. So, everyone, let's just get right to it. Let's get to the power rankings. Here we go. So let's kind of go over last week's power rankings. I'm going to start doing this as well. I'm going to look back at the week prior, and then we'll kind of dive into the new week. And actually, real quick, before I do get started, I'm sorry, but I actually really real quick just want to, I do have it in the title. I have Reds win crazy game. I do want to go over this game really quick because this game was pretty nuts today. Sharing the screen here. I mean, take a look at this game. I mean, tons of offense today, 13-12, a final. Reds winning it in extra innings. Bottom of the 10th inning, had Castellanos get the walk-off hit. What a day for Castellanos today. A 5-for-6 day, had 4 RBIs. You had offense all over the place. Look at Chris Bryant. What a resurgent season from Chris Bryant this year. You were seeing some of those numbers start to dip in the last couple of seasons, especially with the advanced numbers as well. But right now, Chris Bryant is making himself a really good case. Going to be a free agent soon. So he's having a very good season so far. He went 3 for 5 today, had the 3 RBIs. Ian Happ had a really good day today. Javier Baez is starting to really pick it up lately. The average is starting to slowly creep up. Anthony Rizzo had himself some offense today. Just a ton of offense all across the board. If you look at the Reds, Winker, he scored 4 runs today. Moustakas had a couple RBIs. Suarez had a few RBIs there. I mean, you had some home runs as well. Like I said, Nick Castellanos had himself a big day. Moustakas had a home run. Taking a look for the Cubs, you had Bryant with 2 home runs today. And what a day for him. Happ, like I said, had a good day today. Just a ton of offense all the way around. Hey, these two teams, this is going to be a dogfight in the NL Central. I mean, I don't think the Cubs, I don't think they're really out of it. I think the Cubs have a good team. Do I think they're going to be... I don't know if they really have the pitching to get there in the end, but I mean, they still have a pretty talented team. But to me, when I look at the Cubs, I'm looking at a team where you got a lot of guys that could be trade deadline candidates. Someone like a Chris Bryant could be a game changer for a team that could use some more offense down the stretch. I could definitely see a Chris Bryant getting traded at the trade deadline if the Cubs kind of really can't seem to get themselves together. I think they'd be they would benefit a lot by getting a trade of a Chris Bryant, and Chris Bryant's only helping them out more, just increasing his value here. So he's off to a good start. But yeah, good game today, a crazy game, and tons of offense all the way around. I mean, crazy game. It's just been a good start to the season so far, and just seeing games like this just makes it more fun. So good win for the Reds. Now, let's go to last week's power rankings. Let's start getting to it. So as of last week, I had the Dodgers as the only A-plus team. For my A's, I had the A's, the Red Sox, and the White Sox. A-minus, the Brewers and the Royals. B, I had the Giants and the Padres. B-minus, I had the Mariners and the Mets. C, I had the Angels, Blue Jays, Cardinals, Phillies, Rays, and the Yankees. Astros, Braves, Diamondbacks, Indians, Marlins, Pirates as a C-minus. In the D's, I had the Cubs, the Nationals, the Orioles, the Rangers, the Reds, the Rockies, and the Twins. And my only F team, I had the Tigers. So we're just going to dive right into it. What I am going to do is last week what I did was the order that I went in, I kind of just went alphabetical. I'm going to go back to the full standings. I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm going to make my way up to the best record in the major leagues. So let's see if this wants to load for us. Here we go. Major League Baseball. There we go. Look at Kansas City, man. Right now, Kansas City has the best win percentage in all of Major League Baseball. Who would have thought? I mean, I was saying in this offseason, I wasn't saying the Royals were going to be the best team in baseball at this point. But I was saying, man, this Royals team is fun. They had a fun team. They got some young guys on that team, and they had some pretty good pitching as well. I mean, the Brewers are off to a really good start. Look at the Giants. Right now, look at the Giants. Who would have thought on May 2nd that the San Francisco Giants would have a better record and a better winning percentage than the Dodgers? I mean, that is nuts to me. You're seeing just a lot of teams start to kind of even out a little bit. Man, it's been a crazy start. So But look at Kansas City, man. That's just fun to see. Kansas City as the best team in all of Major League Baseball. Looks like Andrew Benintendi, former Red Sox, was the good luck charm for Kansas City. I'm kidding. But here we go. Now, we're going to start all the way at the bottom. Again, I'm not going to go alphabetical order this time. I'm going to go starting at the bottom of the list. So, here we go. I want to put this in presentation mode. I want to make it look a little more fancy. Alrighty, so the Tigers. I'm sorry. I had them an F last week. We're gonna stick with an F for the Tigers. I mean, look at the record. It speaks for itself. This Tigers team, 8-21. They've lost 5 straight. They're 1-9 in their last 10. A negative 62 run differential. I don't think there's really anything else to say. I'm sorry. I'm not going to dive more into it. That's all there is to it. The Tigers right now, definitely bottom of the barrel. Moving on. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this now. Oh, you know what? I probably should have kept that. Whatever. So, here we go. Next up, the Colorado Rockies. They are 4-6 in their last 10. They are 10-18. I don't know. This Rockies team, they're just, a negative 11 run differential. I don't know. You know what? I don't know. Do I want to put them as a D or an F? If we were to take a look at the offense right now, Colorado, 29th in offense. If we look at the starting pitching, they're 17th in starting pitching. Looking at the bullpen, 27th. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go with an F for the Rockies. They're gonna drop down to an F for me. That's all there is to it for that. Minnesota, they've just gotten off to a very underwhelming start. But Minnesota, there are some bright spots. Right now, they are 7th in offense. Minnesota, overall, starting pitching-wise, though, they're only 23rd. I mean, they're getting some good stuff from Jose Barrios, even J.A. Happ, but Kenta Maeda hasn't really been too great lately. If we look at the stats in the past week, Minnesota, when it comes to the pitching, overall, Minnesota is 29th this last week. If we were to take a look from April 26th to today, that's this whole past week. I mean, they have not pitched well overall, starting pitching-wise, and the bullpen. They're just not getting it done. And if we take a look at the offense, they are hitting really well. Or actually, hold on, I don't have the offense here. Let me look at the offense. Where are they at? Minnesota. Okay, they're 6th in offense right now. So they are hitting. They're just not pitching. And that's the problem. Like Alex Colomé is struggling out of that bullpen. Right now, I'm going to go with a D for the Twins. They're just, I don't know. They have not put it together yet. Right now, for me, the Minnesota Twins are a D. Moving on to the Miami Marlins, 3-7 in their last 10. They've lost 3 straight. If we were to take a look this past week, Miami with the offense. Where are you at, Miami? Miami. 18th in the offense this last week. Overall pitching with the starting pitching and the bullpen combined, they are 13th. But they're just not playing great baseball right now. I mean, like I said, they're 3-7 in their last 10. They've lost a few straight here. I'm going to go with a D for the Marlins. I'm sorry. That's just kind of where I'm feeling right now. Moving on to the Cubs, like I said, what a game today against the Reds. But they're 12-16 on the year. They're 3-7 in their last 10. I mean, they got a negative 14 run differential. This Chicago Cubs team, I don't know. What else is there to say? Overall, they rank 18th in offense so far this year. Starting pitching, they rank dead last. The bullpen has been, I think, hold on, where did I see? They're 16th in the bullpen. However, this past week, they're 19th in offense this past week. If we take a look at the pitching overall, they're 30th. I don't know. This Cubs team, man, I don't know. They have talent on this team. I still think they have a lot of good pieces on this team, but they're just not really putting it together. Right now, I'm going to put a D for the Cubs. I believe that's where they were last week. Actually, can I pull up? If I pull up Tier Maker, will it pull up last week's? No. Dang, I shouldn't have clicked out of it. I think they were a D last week. Moving on to the Atlanta Braves. I mean, man, they've lost 4 straight games. What was what did they do today? Or they're playing right now, actually. Aren't they? No, they're not playing right now. It's the Mets and the Phillies. What did they do today? Braves, 7-2 loss to the Blue Jays today. Man, actually, I'm going to keep MLB.com up. I want to keep the scores up. But yeah, the Braves, I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with this Braves team. I don't get this Braves team at all. It's so much talent on this team. I don't know. Maybe Bakota was onto something. Bakota, they had this team not doing so well this year. I don't know what's going on. They're just not. They have the talent on that team to make a run to the playoffs. Ronald Acuna Jr. is a beast. But let's take a look at the Braves. I mean, right? They have a great offense. It's an awesome offense. They rank 6th in offense this year. If we take a look at the starting pitching, Atlanta, where are you at? Atlanta, 17th in the starting pitching. It's pretty underwhelming. I mean, hopefully when they get Mike Soroka back, that's going to make a difference. Taking a look at the bullpen. Oh, wait, no. Is that the... Wait, what am I looking at? Oh, this is offense in the past week. I apologize. So right now, Atlanta, I mean, like I said, the offense is doing good. The offense has been clicking this past week. They're the number 1 offense this last week. And then, actually, I think I might have been looking at the wrong thing. Wait, was this offense for the year? No, that was starting... Why is everything getting mixed up here? Hold on, everyone. Let me restart here. I think everything got out of whack. Okay, okay, here's the offense. Oh, yeah, so they rank 6th in offense. Maybe I was, okay, I think I was looking at it right. Starting pitching. Oh, wow, never mind. Okay, I take that back. Starting pitching, they rank 28th. 28th in starting pitching. This has not been good. What's been going on with this Braves starting pitching this year? Charlie Morton, the ERA is high, the FIP's better. Ian Anderson, he's doing good. Ian Anderson's doing good. But Max Fried has not contributed. I think he's been hurt. Yeah, he's still dealing with the hamstring a little bit, Max Fried. Drew Smiley's been a bust. Bryce Wilson's been underwhelming. Noah's been pretty good. Oscar Noah's been pretty good. So, I don't know. This Braves team, I mean, they're just, I don't know what it is with this Braves starting pitching. Why are they ranked so low then? Why are they 28th? I don't know. I guess not getting it done, I guess. But, I mean, yeah, they're going to have to improve on the starting pitching. Taking a look at the bullpen. Bullpen, right now, they're 17th. And then, yeah, so offense is good. Pitching is not doing good. I mean, so as you can see in the past week, number 1 offense this past week. And then when it comes to overall pitching, they're middle of the pack. They're 15th. So Atlanta, I don't know. They're 12-16. They've lost 4 straight. I don't know what to think of this Braves team. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like I got to put them at a D. I feel, yeah, Rocky Adams, I have noticed that a little bit. I have noticed that. So, but I'm just going to take it for what it is right now. I don't know, man. Do I want to put the Braves as a D? Or do I want to put them as a C? They are playing some underwhelming baseball right now. But they got talent on that team. That offense has been good. Man, I don't know. I mean, they've lost 4 straight, Rocky Adams, I know. Man, it's tough. It's like I want to give this Braves team some credit, but they're not putting the wins together. So I don't know. I'll let you guys vote. Let's vote on the Braves. This is going to be a chat one. I'm going to let you guys decide where the Braves are. Where are they? Are you going to put them at... They're not going to be an F to me. They're going to be a C or a D. So let's see what you guys think in the chat. Let me know. I am seeing some C minuses. I decided to just go with the plus and just the letter itself today. Yeah, and Southsider, you're right. I mean, Max Fried hasn't been able to... contribute really. So, I'm seeing, wow, pretty split here with the Braves. So I'm seeing some C's, I'm seeing some D's. I don't know, man. I don't know. For the Braves, I mean, that offense has been really good. They're just not putting the wins together. I mean, let me go to the Braves schedule here. Let me see what have they done this week. Let's take a look at the games that they've played. It's a tough one. Here we go. So, like I said, they've lost 4 straight. So they had a close game against the Phillies on Thursday. They had a close game on Sunday or today. Oh wait, no, whoops. I'm looking at the. Oh, whoops. That's the beginning of April. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, they got blown out by the Blue Jays on Friday. Got a big loss against the Cubs on Thursday. And then if we look here, close game against the Blue Jays yesterday, and then they lost today. I don't know. I'm going to go with a D. They've just, I don't know. I'm sorry. I got to go with a D. I mean, they had a couple of big losses there this past week. I don't know. I'm going to go D for the Braves. I mean, the offense has been good, but they're just not getting the wins together. They've had a couple of ugly losses. I'm going to go with a D. So you are right about that, Kieran Gill. They blew a game as well there. So I'm going to go with a D for the Braves. I think they definitely have way more potential, but right now they're just not getting it done. So I'm going to go with a D. Here we go. Moving on, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates. Looks like the Pirates are starting to come back down to earth a little bit. They've lost 4 straight games. They're 4-6 in their last 10. The Pirates are a nice little story. They're starting things off. They were winning games. Overall, they're 22nd in offense. They're 26th in starting pitching. And if we look, the bullpen, though, has been pretty good. They're 8th in the bullpen. So they're getting it done when it comes to bullpen. In the past week, right now, the Pittsburgh Pirates, they rank 17th in offense this past week, and they're 19th overall in pitching. I'm going to go with a D for the Pirates. They're starting to come back down to earth a little bit. I mean, that bullpen is good, but right now the offense and the starting pitching, it's a bit underwhelming. So they've lost 4 straight. I'm going to go with a D for the Pirates. Moving on to the Texas Rangers. Hey, they took a couple of games against my Red Sox, and my Red Sox are one of the better teams so far in this young season, and the Rangers really took it to them today. This Rangers team, I mean, they're kind of one of those teams. They're a pesky team. They got some power in that offense. I don't know if this Texas team is going to be really great, but I don't think they're going to be an easy matchup. They're going to play hard. I don't think they have quite the pitching, but they have some offense, and they got some guys that can really thump in that lineup. You got Gallo, you got Nate Lau, you got Kiner Falefa in there too. I mean, you do got some offense in there. So the Rangers, they're never going to be a fun lineup to face. And they do got some decent arms. But if we take a look at the numbers, overall right now, the Rangers, they rank 16th in offense. So they rank 24th in starting pitching. With the bullpen, they're not a great bullpen, 25th. If we take a look at the stats in the last week, right now, Texas, they are hitting. They're in the top 10 in the offense this last week. And then if we take a look at the pitching overall between the starting pitching and the bullpen this past week, where are they at? 27th. So, I mean, Texas, they've won a couple of games. I mean, it took a couple of games against my Red Sox today. They won today. I mean, God, my Red Sox had a lead against them late in the game, and they just couldn't hold it. But overall, I think with the Rangers, I don't know. A C or a D? I mean, you got teams like the Braves and the Pirates and the Cubs that are struggling. But the Rangers have won a couple of games. They're kind of trending up at this point. So they're 4-6 in their last 10. But, in the last couple of games, they have been good. I think right now, man, it's tough. It's tough because this Braves offense is really good. But I have them as a D. I don't know, man. I mean, but I got to give them credit. They've won a couple of games. They beat a good Red Sox team. I mean, define good. I mean, right now the Red Sox have been one of the better teams in the game to start off, and they won a couple of games against them in this series. So you know what? I'm going to give the Rangers a little credit because of the last 2 wins. They've been a tough team. I'm going to they bumped themselves up with a couple of wins in a row right there. I'm going to go with the Rangers as a C. But I mean, you could say like a C minus. I mean, there's not the only difference here is that they've won a couple of games in a row against a good Red Sox team. So, moving on, here we go. Whoops, clicking on the wrong things. Baltimore, look at Baltimore. I mean, what's going on with Baltimore? They're running around a 500 team, 13-15. They're 5-5. I mean, Baltimore, man, they're kind of just there. But right now, overall, 28th in offense. If you take a look at Baltimore, 20th in starting pitching. Baltimore's bullpen has been really good. 4th overall this year. And taking a look at the last week. Offense, Baltimore, I mean, they're not hitting all that great, 22nd. But Baltimore, when it comes to the overall pitching, they are... this past week, 24th. I don't know. They're just not really, I don't know. They're just not, they're kind of just there. I mean, they do have, right now they are, ahead winning percentage-wise against the Rangers. So if I'm putting the Rangers as a C, does that mean that the Baltimore Orioles are a C as well? I'd have to say so. I mean, I'm seeing you, Yogi Dude. I'm seeing you in the chat. They're a pesky team. I've been saying this about the Orioles have always been a pesky team. Always. For as long as I can remember, I never like facing the Orioles. I don't know what it is. It's just when my Red Sox go up against the Orioles, I never look forward to it, especially going on the road to face them. I never like it. But you know what? I'm going to give some credit. That bullpen has performed. So, hey, Baltimore, I'm going to put you as a C. I'm going to put you as a C. You're playing 500 in the last 10. I'll give you a little credit. So, here we go. Hey, Orioles. I mean, hey, you know what? I'm going to go a little higher. If the Rangers are a C, I'm going to put the Orioles as a C as well. So, taking a look. Up next, the Mets. Who would have thought the Mets would have been this low? 3-7 in the last 10. They did win today, or they're playing right now, actually. So, oh, wait, hold on. I already got the website pulled up. So the Mets right now down 4-2 to the Phillies. I don't know what's up with this Mets team, man. This Mets team has just yet to put it together. It's still very early. Francisco Lindor, he's got to really pick up the pace. But right now, 21st in offense right now. When it comes to starting pitching, though, big reason is because of Jacob deGrom. He has been pitching his butt off this year. Third in starting pitching. And, I mean, hey, that starting pitching is only going to get better when Noah Syndergaard eventually comes back. Bullpen, right now, what am I looking at right here? Oh, this is offense. Wait, what did I? Oh, wait, that was the bullpen. Sorry, the bullpen ranks third. And then the starting pitching. Oh, the starting pitching also ranks third. So they're pitching well. They're just not hitting very well. Man, they're not putting the wins together. They're not getting it done. Oh, wait, where'd the standings go? Oh, here we go. So they're 3-7 in their last 10, but they are pitching well. They're just not hitting. So as you can see, I mean, they're not giving up a lot of runs. If you take a look at runs allowed, right now, I wish you could rank these. But I feel like they have given up the least amount of runs. They've only given up 76 runs this year. That's really good. That's way ahead of everyone. Who's the next one? The Yankees are at 96. Toronto's at 97. I mean, yeah, the next San Francisco's at 90. So the Mets right now are way ahead in runs allowed overall. This team is pitching really well. It's just the offense. This is not getting it done. I'm going to put the Mets in the same category right now as the Rangers and the Orioles. I would say I don't know, could you go maybe a C+ for the Mets because they have been pitching well? But it's just the offense. But right now, I'm going to put the Mets as a C. They're kind of right there. They're kind of just like this 500 team. Kind of, sort of, maybe definitely better than the Rangers and the Orioles, I think. So maybe you can make an argument for C+. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I want to put the Orioles and the Rangers as a C because I feel like the Mets are a better team than the Rangers and the Orioles. I don't know, at least potential-wise. So, I mean, definitely potential-wise. But I'll just keep him as a C for now. I'll keep him as a C. Taking a look. Up next, we have the Phillies. Who are the Phillies? They're beating the Mets right now. The Phillies have been a pretty fun team. Bryce Harper got nailed in the face this past week. Did anyone see Bryce Harper get hit in the face with a pitch? Like 97 miles an hour? That dude got hit in the face with a pitch, got right up and said, hey, I'm all good, man. I'm all good. I mean, you're kidding me? I don't know. I remember playing baseball growing up. I was always so afraid. I much would rather pitch because I was always so afraid of getting hit by a pitch growing up as a kid. And that's like one reason. Oh my God, that just like scares the crap out of me. But anyway, I digress. But good thing Bryce Harper's okay after that. And that was really cool what Bryce Harper did. If any of you missed it, he actually reached out to the pitcher that hit him. I'm going blank on the name, but he actually reached out and said, hey, I know it wasn't intentional. Hey, it's all good in the hood. So Bryce Harper, pretty cool on him. But as for the Phillies, this Phillies team right now, when it comes to the offense, the Phillies, they rank 25th in offense overall. Starting pitching, they rank 10th. Bullpen, they rank 24th. 24th in the bullpen. And it looks like that bullpen's been kind of slipping a little bit lately. Overall, so let's look at the offense this past week. Philly actually ranks dead last in offense in the past week. And if we take a look at the pitching overall, they have actually been the best team pitching-wise. They have been really good. If we were to take a look at what they've done this past week, hold on, that's the season. Let me take a look at the past week here. The 26th to the 2nd. All right, so this past week, we saw Chase Anderson had himself 5 innings. Pretty good pitching from him. Zach Wheeler's had a couple of starts this past week, a 3.0 ERA. So they pitched pretty well. Aaron Nola had himself a pretty good start this past week. So, yeah, starting pitching has been getting it done lately. And then the bullpen's been getting it done too. Actually, so hold on. I want to pull up teams pitching stats. Okay, so that's the starting pitching. Now I want to go to bullpen this past week. Here we go. April 26th to the 2nd. How has the bullpen been this past week? So the bullpen this past week, they rank 15th overall this past week. 16 innings from the bullpen this past week. So middle of the road. I mean, they're getting good starting pitching. And the offense is kind of, where was the offense again? They were dead last. So they're not really hitting all that much, but they are pitching pretty well. So I don't know. Philly, they're kind of, I don't know. If we take a look, they're winning right now. So if they can hold on to that win, that's going to be a big boost. I feel like Philly right now, I don't know. I feel like they're not quite getting it done, but they're doing okay. Where do I want to put Philly? That's a tough one. I'll go with a C. I'll go with a C for Philly. I think that's an okay spot for them right now. They're a little better than the Mets right now, at least standing wise. I mean, they've played more games. I'll go with a C for Philly. I think they're kind of right now. I feel like I don't know, but the Mets are pitching well. Do I want to put Philly as a C or a C plus? I feel like maybe Philly could be a C plus. They are pitching well. I don't know. That's tough. What do you guys think? Man, I'm having a tough one with I always have a tough time right in the middle. What do you guys think? I'm seeing a C plus. I'm seeing a C. Seeing a C plus, a C. Going back and forth. Another C plus there from Rocky Adams. Anyone else want to weigh in? Where do you think the Phillies are right now? A C from Yogi? I could see the argument for a C plus. Ooh, we got an F. NHOJ Crab with a C plus. I don't know, but I'm having a tough time. Cameron has a C. Davian, yeah, I'm going to stick with the C. I feel like they're kind of they're playing around the same as the Mets. I'm going to go with a C. I'll stick it right there. Up next, we got the Reds, who had a big win today. That's a big win, so that's definitely going to help boost them today and where I decide to put them in the power rankings. Let's take a look at what they've been doing overall. Cincinnati, overall, they ranked ninth in offense this year when it comes to offense. When it comes to starting pitching, they are 15th. When it comes to the bullpen, they are 23rd. But let's look at this past week. So Cincinnati, when it comes to the offense this past week, I mean, this is not including today. So coming into today, they were ranked 20th. So we got to weigh in the whole week. They did have a lot of offense today. So they were 17th in starting pitching this past week. And then 13th in the bullpen. But they had a big win today. A big extra innings win. They're not playing in, I see you right there. I see you flash saying, it's a mediocre division. It is a mediocre division. It's not a great division. If we were to take a look, actually, at that division, I'm going to pull up the division standings as well. Right now, so if we go to that Central, The Brewers are a good team. I think the Brewers are a good team. St. Louis, they're really coming along. I mean, St. Louis, they're going to probably finish pretty well in the power rankings today. They've been playing pretty well lately. But Cincinnati, let me take a look. What is Cincinnati? Who have they played this week? Here we go. So let's go to the schedule for Cincinnati. So who did they play? All right, so they lost a close game to the Cubs yesterday. Big win today. So they took 2 out of 3 against the Cubs. Lost pretty easily to the Dodgers on, what was that, Wednesday? And they had a couple of wins against the Dodgers this past week. I mean, they've been playing pretty good baseball, actually. If you go back this whole past week, they have won 1, 2, 3. They're 4-2 in their last 6. So, hey, you know what? I feel like just because of the win today, they beat the Dodgers a couple of times this past week. I'm gonna give the Reds a little credit. I'm gonna go with the Reds as a C+. You know what? That was a big win for them today, and a crazy win. And they beat the Dodgers a couple of times this past week. I'm gonna bump the Reds up a little bit. I'm gonna give them a little credit there. Reds C+ for me. Moving on, here we go. Who is up next? We have the Tampa Bay Rays. Haven't really heard much about the Rays. 14-15. They're kind of just there, kind of not really doing all that much. Looking at the offense, Tampa Bay 17th in the offense so far. Starting pitching, Tyler Glasnow has been great. 8th in the starting pitching. Bullpen's 13th. Let's take a look at the past week. Tampa Bay, where are you at with the offense? Tampa Bay 27th. In the offense this past week, they're 8th in starting pitching this past week. And Tampa Bay, they're 12th in the bullpen. I want to take a look. Tampa Bay, who have you been playing this past week? I tell you, my brain just goes potato mode. I can never remember who these teams play. So they had the Astros. Won against the Astros today. Looking at the schedule. So, let's see. Kind of a close loss yesterday. 3-1 loss to the Astros yesterday. 5-4 win today. Big loss to the Astros on Friday. They split the series with the A's this past week. I don't know. I mean, they won today. I don't know. I want to put them as a C+. Tough. I gave a little bumpity bump to the Reds, because they had a pretty good couple of wins against the Dodgers this past week, one of the better teams in the game. And hey, a big win against the Cubs today, a pretty exciting win today. But with the Rays, I don't know. I feel like the Rays are kind of just hanging around. They're kind of just bouncing back and forth. I feel like with the Rays right now, I don't know. They did have, a good win today against the Astros. Hey, they're coming off of a win. And Tyler Glasnow is pitching really good. The starting pitching has actually been pretty decent. I'll go C+ for the Rays. I'll give them the C+. Hey, good win against the Astros today. Glasnow's been pitching well. I'll go C+ for the Rays. So, here we go. Next up, the Nationals. Hey, look at the Nationals. They're starting to get hot. 7-3. Max Scherzer pitched pretty good today. I believe he pitched today. If I am correct, did he pitch today against the Marlins? I feel like he did, or he pitched yesterday. Can't fully remember. Scherzer. Yeah, complete game for Scherzer today. I thought I saw that he did really well. Complete game. Hey, good win for the Nationals today, man. Hey, Scherzer. Hey, man, look out. If the Nationals kind of keep teetering around this 500 mark, they have been playing well lately. Look out for Scherzer. Maybe there could be a trade at some point for a Max Scherzer. Orioles, the Nationals are so weird. Let me tell you why. Blowout first start and has a 3.13 ERA in his other 3. Corbin's has had 2 great starts and 2 terrible. Joe Ross, 3 great, 1 trade. Yeah, kind of a back and forth team, but hey, they've been playing well recently. So let's take a look at where the Nationals are ranking stat-wise. 19th in the offense. Starting pitching, they're 29th overall this year in starting pitching. And if we look at the bullpen, 26. Let's look at this past week. They have been playing better this past week. So, offense, they're 4th in the offense this past week. Let's take a look at why. Looking at the Nationals. So, Trey Turner, it doesn't give me the stats for this past week. 26 to the second. So this past week, Trey Turner's been really good. Josh Harrison's been really good. I mean, look at Josh Harrison and Trey Turner both hitting over 400. Yeah, Yadiel Hernandez hitting 500 this past week. Ryan Zimmerman's been hitting. Man, you know, dang, they're getting some guys here. Where's Juan Soto? Why am I not seeing Juan Soto? Where's Juan Soto at? No, I'm looking at the. Here we go. Is he still injured? Juan Soto? Oh, that's right. Okay, I had the shoulder thing. So that was reported today. He is throwing. How long has he been out for? When was his last game? Oh, wow, he's been out for a little bit now. I thought I hadn't heard from him in a while. Man. Doing all right this year. He's hitting 300, a couple of homers. Good on base. Yeah, so Soto, hopefully when he comes back. I mean, hey, good thing the Nationals are playing good without him. So when he comes back, that's only just going to make him better. All right, so let's get back to the numbers. So overall, what are we looking at here? So like I said, the offense has been doing really good this past week. Starting pitching, I mean, we had a good start from Scherzer today. So the Nationals are 26 overall in starting pitching this past week before today. And then they're 24th in bullpen. So, I don't know, the Nationals are kind of just like this up and down team. They are coming off of a win. You know, good game from Scherzer today. I feel like, I don't know, they're playing well in the last however, you know, they've won 4 straight. I'll give the Nationals a little credit. I'll give them a C+. You know, they're playing good baseball in the last 10 games. They're 7-3. They've won 4 straight. I'll go with a C+ for the Nationals. So, C+ for the Nationals. Can they get into the Bs next week? We'll have to wait and see. So, moving on. Here we go. Next up, we have the Angels. This weird Angels team, man. I don't know. This Angels team, they just never really want to seem to get it going. But overall, let's take a look. Angels, offense, great offense. They're second in the offense in the major leagues this year. But however, when we look at the starting pitching, they only rank 21st. Probably would have helped if you went out, you know, got Trevor Bauer. Just saying. Taking a look. What are we doing here? Bullpen. Bullpen's been as a top 10 bullpen so far this year. Let's look at this past week. Looking at the Angels offense. Hey, they're hitting well this past week. 5th in offense. Starting pitching this past week. They have not pitched well starting pitching-wise this past week. Only 25th. And then the bullpen, they are 7th. It's such a weird team, man. I don't understand this Angels team. They're only 4-6. They've lost 1. I don't know. I'm going to go with a C for the Angels. I'm just going to go with a C. They're just hanging around. They're just kind of playing 500 right now. I don't know. They're kind of just a back and forth team. They hit well, but they just don't pitch well. I'll go with a C for the Angels. So, moving on. Cleveland. This is another team. 500 team. Kind of, you know, they're 5-5 in the last 10. They won today. So, let's take a look at Cleveland. I feel like Cleveland I'm going to end up putting as a C, but let's just take a look. 27th in offense. That's not a surprise. Looking at the starting pitching, 22nd in starting pitching. So it sounds like everyone but Shane Bieber really is not doing all that hot. Looking at the bullpen overall for Cleveland, 12th in the bullpen, so that's pretty good. Cleveland, though, this past week, they've actually been hitting decently this past week. They're 14th overall in offense this past week. Starting pitching, they've not pitched great this past week, 22nd overall. And then the bullpen this past week, 14th. I'm going to go with a C. Yeah, I'm just going to go with a C. They're kind of just hanging around playing 500 ball. I think that's kind of what you're seeing with the Indians right now. Just a kind of just like a 500 team. You know, kind of just it is what it is with the Cleveland Indians. Sorry, Fuzzy. But I wonder what Fuzzy thinks. So, Moving on, the Yankees. Here we go. Now we're gonna start getting into some teams here. The Yankees, they've been playing much better recently. So the Yankees overall, they rank 12th in offense. They have the 7th best starting pitching, and the bullpen is really good. First overall. I think this Yankees team, they're way too talented. They're starting to kind of find their identity a little bit. Gary Sanchez getting less playing time, getting Higashioka, I always forget how to pronounce that. Higashioka, he is now getting more playing time. I think that was the best move for the Yankees to make. I'm sorry, but Gary Sanchez, your defense is very underwhelming. And if you're not hitting, I'm sorry, but you got to sit on the bench. Higashioka is the better guy right now for the Yankees. Good for him that he's starting to get the playing time. You saw that Higashioka getting more playing time in the playoffs. So I felt like the writing was on the wall. I knew Gary Sanchez, it felt like he was going to have a bit of a short leash. But Yankees overall, they've been playing really well. Let's look at this past week. They're 3rd in the offense this past week. And if we take a look at the starting pitching, 2nd in the starting pitching. And they're 5th in the bullpen. They're playing great baseball right now. Taking a look, Yankees. Let's go to the schedule. Let's see what they've been doing. They're starting to creep up a little bit here, Yankees. And Kluber had himself a good game today. Had 10 strikeouts today. He pitched 8 innings, only gave up 2 hits. I think this Yankees team, they're finally starting to find their identity a little bit. And, granted, they did play a pretty weak Tigers team, but, hey, they did what you got to do against a team like that. You beat them. So, here we go. Looking at the schedule for the Yankees right now. The Yankees. Here we go. So, took care of business against the Tigers. 3-game series. That was a sweep. They took they split the series with the Orioles. Pretty much, the couple of losses that they had against the Orioles, they were within 2 runs. I think this Yankees team, stat-wise, they show the stats. They're starting to put the wins together now, and that's what this Yankees team needs to do. I think this Yankees team, right now, this team is, I want to put them as a B+. I'm gonna go with a B for right now. I think I want to see a little bit more winning out of this Yankees team. I want to see it against better competition. They only played the Tigers, and the Orioles, not great teams. The Orioles always play them hard, but against a team like the Tigers, those are games that you should win. I want to see what the Yankees are going to do this coming week, and I think if they can take care of business against a pretty decent Astros team and a Nationals team that's been pretty hot, I think this Yankees team, they could maybe even jump up into maybe even the A category by next week's power rankings. I think that's very possible. I think this Yankees team, I just want to see more out of them right now. I'm going to go with a B. But hey, you know what? This Yankees team, I believe, was a C last week. So double check that for me. I believe they were a C. I think that's where maybe I put them as a C+. I don't remember. But the Yankees, I think a B is a good spot for the Yankees right now. What am I looking? I always when I get some funny texts, I can't help but laugh. But anyway, taking a look. So the Yankees I have as a B. Moving on. We just mentioned Houston. They're going to be playing Houston this coming week. Houston, Houston's a weird team this year. They got off to a hot start, and then they really slumped, but then they've really turned it around in the last 10 games or so. They're 7-3. They did lose today against the Rays. But let's take a look at Houston. Let's see what's going on with them. Houston right now, hey, they're good offense. 4th offense overall this year. Taking a look at the starting pitching, they're 11th in starting pitching. So they're starting to get it done there, or they're getting it done there. And then the bullpen, Houston's bullpen has been a bit of a concern this year. They're only 21st, but let's see what they've been doing in the past week. Houston's offense this past week, where are they at? They're only 16th in offense, so they're not scoring a lot of runs in the last week or so. Houston, though, they've been doing good with the starting pitching. They're 11th this past week, and the bullpen has turned it around this past week. So Houston, they're playing good baseball. They're playing some good baseball. And I think I got to give Houston a B. I think that's where they're at. Their offense is really good. Starting pitching is getting it done. The bullpen was better this past week. I'm going to go with a B for Houston. So moving on. Here we go. Arizona. I finally am starting to see something out of the Arizona Diamondbacks. 7-3 in their last 10. They won today. Hey, they got a plus run differential, so you always like to see that. Also, another thing with Houston, a plus 32 run differential. That's, I believe, ranked second. And I think that's behind the Dodgers. So, Houston, man, good run differential right there. But Arizona, hey, they're playing some good baseball. Let's take a look. Arizona this year, Arizona offense, they have the 8th best offense. Let's take a look at some of these guys. What is helping the Arizona Diamondbacks have a good offense so far? Carson Kelly has been really good. Look at Carson Kelly, huh? A 339 average, almost a 500 on base, has 6 home runs, 17 RBIs. Carson Kelly has been the man. I mean, taking a look at Carson Kelly, catcher for the Arizona Diamondbacks, he's having himself a pretty good season, if you ask me. Look at that WRC plus, a 205 WRC plus for Carson Kelly. That's awesome. He's been playing great. Eduardo Escobar, 7 home runs. David Peralta's been hitting well. Look at Ketel Marte. Well, actually, is Ketel Marte back yet? He's only played 6. He's still dealing with the hamstring. So about 5 days ago, he had the MRI that was showing some healing. You're probably not going to see Ketel Marte, I would imagine, probably not for like another month or so, because he's going to go for a rehab. So I'd say probably a few more weeks at least for Ketel Marte, but he was doing really good before he went down. Asdrubal Cabrera has been valuable for them. He's been, even Asdrubal Cabrera even pitched, I believe, this past week. Hey, they're getting it done. And look at Pavin Smith. Pavin Smith, I picked him for Rookie of the Year for the National League. That probably won't work out. But, hey, Pavin Smith, he's starting to hit a little bit, hitting 273. He's got a couple of home runs. Hey, Pavin Smith, Rookie of the Year. Come on, man. I picked you for Rookie of the Year. No one else did, and no one else out there can tell me that they picked Pavin Smith for Rookie of the Year. Come on, Pavin Smith. I'm counting on you, my friend. Get that Rookie of the Year for me. I'm counting on you. Help me out, please. Taking a look at everything else going on with the Diamondbacks. Here we go. So, starting pitching, Arizona. They're 16th in starting pitching. Looking at the bullpen. Actually, the bullpen has not performed this year. 28th in the bullpen. Let's look at this past week. Arizona's been hitting very well. Like we just said, they've been hitting well this year. They're 7th this past week in the offense. They're 7th in starting pitching. Let's look at where they're at with the bullpen. 19th. Okay, so that's better. They're performing better than they have for the whole season. But Arizona, they're playing some good baseball. They're winning games recently, and that's all you can ask for. They're 7-3 in their last 10. Let's look at who they've played real quick. I'm kind of deciding where Arizona's at. Are they going to get a C+, or are they going to get a B? Let's see who they've played. I mean, they played the Rockies. So the Rockies, not a good team. So they had a big loss to the Rockies yesterday, so that's not going to help them here. Taking a look at they took 3 out of 4 against the Rockies like you should. They split with the Padres. I feel like with the Diamondbacks, tough. C+ or a B. They are playing good, but they did play the Rock. I don't know. I don't like the way the bullpen ranks. I'm going to go C+ for the Diamondbacks. I think they're not quite a B for me. Like a team like the Yankees to me, where like the Yankees, their stats are overall rank better than the Diamondbacks. So that's why the Yankees are a little ahead, and the Yankees have also been playing well. The Diamondbacks have been playing well, but the stats don't rank nearly as well. So for the Diamondbacks, they got the job done against the Rockies. I don't know. I want to see. I just feel like the Yankees are just a better team than the Diamondbacks, at least stat-wise. So I'm going to go C+ for the Diamondbacks for right now. So, moving on, who is up next? We have, I'm going to click out of that one. We have the Toronto Blue Jays. They've been playing really good. I think this Blue Jays team, they're starting to put it together. George Springer, though, what the heck happened with George Springer? I feel like I saw he left the game early today. Yeah, so he left the game early today. So what was up with that? So he was fatigued. Springer exits, Toronto win. He was fatigued. Had a pinch hitter in the 6th. Manager Charlie Montoyo said after the game that Springer was simply feeling fatigued and that the team chose to exercise extreme caution. His removal briefly overshadowed the Blue Jays sweeping Atlanta to move to 14-12. Scored 26 runs in those games against Atlanta. Atlanta's is not pitching. So, but Montoyo doesn't believe that Springer has re-aggravated his right quad injury. So his quote today, he was fatigued. It was hot today. Playing 3 games in a row, swinging the bat, he felt fatigued, of course. I feel like I've said fatigued like 18 million times. We're going to be careful, and that's why we decided to take him out. It was the best thing for him today. So, all right, so that's good. I was wondering, I'm like, oh my God, did he re-aggravate the quad or whatever? So that's good news, I guess. But Toronto, they have been playing well. Right now, let's take a look at what Toronto's doing. Even without Springer this year, they ranked 10th in the offense. Or without Springer for most of the year. They ranked 10th in the offense. Starting pitching, they have not done very good with the starting pitching, 25th. Bullpen, Toronto's been good with the bullpen. They're 7th in the bullpen. But let's take a look at what they've been doing. This offense has been nasty. Like you just saw, scored 26 runs in the series against the Blue Jays, or against the Braves. Let's take a look. Starting pitching. Where are we at? So let's look at this past week. What have they done? I just said starting pitching. I meant offense. What have they done with the offense this past week? Vlad Jr. is insane. He's hitting .417 in his last 4 games. Well, I don't know if that includes today, but I guess maybe this was coming into today. He had a few home runs coming in today. He had 8 RBIs. Alejandro Kirk's been hitting well. Bo Bichette's been hitting well. Gary Out Jr.'s been hitting well. I mean, even George Springer had a couple of home runs this past week. So, hey, Springer, gotta love it. Teoscar Hernandez has been hitting good. Grichuk's been hitting okay. This offense is clicking. Taking a look at the starting pitching this past week. They're not pitching very well out of that rotation. They're 28th. But the bullpen in the last week, 26 in the bullpen. They are getting a lot of offense, and they are getting wins. So they're 7-3. They've won. I mean, they swept the Braves. That was a sweep, right? I believe that was a sweep. Did they play 3 or 4 against the Braves? Was it a 4-game series? No, it was a sweep. It was a 3-game series. So, hey, Blue Jays are simply just getting it done. I'm going to go with a B. I'm going to go with a B for the Blue Jays. They're right there, I think, on the same level as the Yankees-Astros right now. I'm going to go with a B. I think that's fair. Moving on. Here we go. Seattle. Hey, Seattle. They're still hanging around right here. Still hanging around. Seattle, though, only 4-6 in their last 10. Let's see. What have they done this past week? Sheffield did good today, beating the Angels. So you like to see Sheffield. He hasn't had a great start. Here we go. All right, so won today against the Angels. Big reason was Sheffield. 10-5 loss yesterday. Beat the Angels on Friday. Was that Friday? Yeah. Lost 3 out of 4 to the Astros. So kind of back and forth this past week. Let's take a look at the stats. Seattle overall this year, 15th in the offense. Starting pitching, they have they're only 27th this whole year. And then the bullpen, they are 6th. They're 6th in the bullpen. Now, this past week, offense. Not great with the offense, only 21st. Starting pitching this past week, 18th. And the bullpen is still doing good. They're 10th. I feel like with Seattle, I don't know. I'm going to go with a C+ for Seattle. I feel like, teams like the Yankees, Astros, and the Blue Jays, they're playing better recently. And the Astros took 3 out of 4 against the Mariners. So I'm going to go with a C+ for the Mariners right now. I think that's fair. Moving on. We have the Padres. This Padres team is weird. I don't understand this Padres team. But they are playing pretty good, and they played good against the Dodgers. So, but they lost the Giants today. Let's take a look at what the Padres have done this past week. Just a quick reminder, if there is anyone new in the chat right now, again, thank you all for coming out tonight. Really appreciate it. But if there is anyone new, definitely, if you can, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button for me, everyone. I want to try and get to 50 likes by the end of this stream. If we can get to 50, that would be awesome. So please hit that like button for me. And that's definitely going to help the algorithm. Hopefully some more people can get in here. I'm hoping we can get to at least 50 people in here at one point. Okay, so back to this. So they lost today against the Giants, won yesterday, they won on Friday, and then they split against the Diamondbacks. They're just like this up and down team. I don't get it. They took 3 out of 4 against the Dodgers last week, and then coming into this week, it looked like, hey, you know what, maybe the Padres are finally getting it going, but then they had a loss to the Diamondbacks, and then, won a couple in a row, and then, and then lost again today. So they're kind of, I feel like they're not quite there. They're still just getting their mojo. But let's take a look at where they're at. Offense, the offense, surprisingly, this year, it's not a top 10 offense overall. They're 14th. That offense is good. But if you look at the starting pitching, getting a lot of good starting pitching this year. 6th in starting pitching, and they are 5th in the bullpen. So the numbers speak for themselves. Let's look at the past week. They were 10th in offense this past week. Starting pitching, they actually did not do great starting pitching-wise this past week, 21st. And then the bullpen. Actually, they had the best bullpen. They had the best bullpen overall. I think overall, though, with the Padres, I feel like they're just not quite getting it done. I'm going to go, do I want to go B or B+? Man. I'm going to go with a B. I'm going to go with a B for the Padres. I'm going to go B. If they can put together a really good week, if they did what they did against the Dodgers this week, if they just went crazy, I think I would have put them as an A. But right now, they're kind of just going back and forth at a loss to the Giants today. So, hey, right now I'm going to stick with a B for the Padres. I think that's fair. Yeah, David, I agree. I think it's just up and down. I'm not, teams like the Yankees, the Blue Jays, they're trending up while the Padres are kind of just staying in the middle. They had a ton of momentum coming off of that Dodgers series. And then this week, it's, kind of back to that back and forth, kind of a thing. So a B for right now, a B. I want to see more consistent winning out of the Padres. That's just my opinion. So here we go. I believe we're in the top 10 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're already in the top 10. So the Chicago White Sox, 7-3 in their last 10. 7-3 in their last 10. Moving on here. Let's take a look. Chicago has the best offense this year. Starting pitching, 5th in the starting pitching. Bullpen, 10th best bullpen. This past week, 8th best offense. 4th best starting pitching. However, the bullpen struggled a little bit this past week. 18th. I think right now this White Sox team, they're 7-3 in their last 10. They did lose today. Let's take a look at what their schedule was like today. Luis Robert. He went out. He strained his right hip flexor today, so he went down. He had to get carried off today. Luis Robert, tough to see. So. Hopefully he's back sooner rather than later. I know a thing or two about hip stuff, man. Don't even get me started. So taking a look this past week. So again, they lost today, 7-3, 7-3 loss or 7-3 win against Cleveland on Saturday. They took 2 out of 3 against the Tigers. Had a loss to the Indians on Friday. I just right now where the stats are at, man, I think this White Sox team, they're just ranked overall in the top 10 in all 3 categories. I think right now I'm going to go, I just think based off of where the White Sox rank, I don't know, to me, just when I look at this, when I see that the White Sox have the best offense in the game overall for the whole year, when I see that they're 5th in starting pitching, and when I see that they're 10th in the bullpen, that to me, you're an A. I think if you're top 10 in all 3 things for the whole year, I think you're an A. I'm sorry. I know they're not getting the wins right now, but I think this White Sox team is an A. This team they're going to find a way to finish at least I think I think anywhere from at least 90 wins by the end of the season. But I would not be surprised at all to see them win at least 95. I think this team is very good. They have they're top 10, and they're number 1 in offense. They're top 5 in starting pitching, and they have the 10th best bullpen. To me, you're an A because of that. So, and hey, they continue to play. I mean, they're, whatever. They're a little back and forth this past week. A couple of division games there, but White Sox, to me, hey, I think they're a really good team. So, moving on. Let's take a look now. We got the St. Louis Cardinals, who've been red hot recently. 8-2 in their last 10. They've won 4 straight. Let's take a look at this St. Louis Cardinals team. Sorry, everyone. I just got a text. Taking a look at the schedule with the Cardinals. So, okay, they played the Pirates, so that's, I like me some Pirates, but Pirates to me, they're not like the most talented team. They swept the Pirates. They split the series with the Phillies. So, but they've won 4 straight games overall. Let's take a look. Looks like this Cardinals team is starting to come together. Overall, let's see where they rank. They're 20th overall in the offense this year, 12th in starting pitching, and 11th in the bullpen. However, you're going to see some better numbers in the recent numbers. Offense, St. Louis. Where is St. Louis? 13th in the offense. Starting pitching, 5th best starting pitching this past week, and the 3rd best bullpen. I think this Cardinals team right now, they're red hot. I'd like to see. So let me go back to these recent numbers. I mean, they played the Pirates and they split against the Phillies. Where do I want to put the Cardinals? Where do I want to put the Cardinals? Do I want to put them as a... I don't think they're an A. They're not an A. They're going to be a B+ or a B to me. They are red hot. So... man, I don't know. I'm having a tough time here. B+ or a B for the St. Louis Cardinals. 8-2 in their last 10. They're playing well recently. And in the past week, 13th in the offense. 5th in the starting pitching. And 3rd in the bullpen. Man. They're playing really good lately. But teams like the Yankees are playing good lately. The Blue Jays. I want to see what you guys think in the chat. I'm at a bit of a hard time with this one. A bit of a hard time. Let's see what you all think. I'm seeing an A from Nate Beast. A B+. A B. A B. A B. Okay, I see 2B. There. Okay. Come on. Nope. No spamming. No spamming. Delvin Cox with an A. Yogi Dude with a B. Rocky. I feel like I'm leaning to a B. Cooper Nelson with a B. I am leaning towards a B. I'm going to go B for the Cardinals. I want to see a little more. I want to see that offense start to do a little more. They're kind of like Yankees, Astros, and Blue Jays too. Kind of, they're playing better recently. I want to see a little more before I bump them up to a B+. Okay, so Oakland. Here we go. 5. They were red hot at one point. They've come back down to earth a little bit, playing 500 ball, 17-12. Let's take a look at where Oakland ranks overall. Oakland 11th in the offense this year. Starting pitching has actually been a little underwhelming. 19th this year, and bullpen 15th. Let's take a look at what they've been doing overall lately. This past week, Oakland only 24th in offense. Starting pitching is 20th. And 8th in the bullpen. So, I don't know where to put Oakland here. Where do you put Oakland? Let's take a look at their schedule this past week. Laureano had himself a good day today. Looked like he had himself a good catch. Had some offense today. So, okay, had a win today against the Orioles, a loss yesterday. Three 3-2 win against the Rays. So they lost. So they split against the Rays. How many was it? Did they win 2 out of 3 against the Orioles? They lost 2 out of 3 to the Orioles. I don't know. I feel like they've kind of come back down to earth now. I feel like they've come back down to earth a little bit. I don't know. I feel like the Cardinals are playing better than the A's lately. So do I want to put the Cardinals? You know what? Man. I'm having a tough time. I feel like I might want to put the Cardinals as a B+, just because of how good they've been playing lately. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. I don't know, because this is tough. All right. I'll leave the Cardinals there for now. But for the A's, they have come back down to earth a little bit. I'm going to go with a B for the A's right now. They were red hot at one point. I had them as an A last week, but they've come back down to earth. And I'll go with a B. Man, I hear you, Ed. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I feel like the Cardinals are playing better. They're red hot. They've won 4 straight. Man. All right, I'll go B+ for the Cardinals. I'll go B+ for the Cardinals. I just think right now the Cardinals, they are playing good. They're playing really good lately. I'll go B+ for the Cardinals. So and the Cardinals have a really good run differential as well. Oakland actually has a -6 run differential. So yeah, Ed Meyer, I see you on that too. So St. Louis, I'll give St. Louis a little more of a bump just because they have won 4 straight games. So I'll give St. Louis that little bit of an edge. A B+ team for me. Hopefully, if they can keep it up, man. Hey, the Cardinals, maybe could be an A next week. We'll have to wait and see. Next up, here we go. Dodgers. Okay. Now, this is interesting. Because the Dodgers, so far on my power rankings, the Dodgers have been the only team as an A+. Now, this Dodgers team, they lost 3 out of 4 to the Padres. And this past week, they lost a couple of games. So what did the Dodgers do this past week? We all know how good this Dodgers team is. Okay, I believe they had a big win today, so that's really going to help them out. It's really going to help them out there. So, taking a look at what they've been doing. So, they lost yesterday to the Brewers in a close game. The Brewers have really good starting pitching. They have really good starting pitching. They lost a couple there to the Brewers. Lost a couple to the Reds. Man. Are we going to... Man, I feel like I still want to keep this Dodgers team as a top-tier team, as an A+ team. Let's take a look at the numbers. Right now, overall, they are 5th in offense. They're 1st in starting pitching. And the bullpen is only 14th. Let's look at this past week. Offense, 23rd. 12th in the starting pitching. And the bullpen, oof. Where is this bullpen? Where's the bullpen? Oh, God, 23rd. Okay. 23rd. Ooh. Toughie. You know, they have not been playing good baseball recently. I'm dropping them to an A. I believe they have some injuries as well. I believe there's some injuries going on with this Dodgers team. I'm going to drop them down to an A. I mean, that's not a rib on the Dodgers. I'm just saying the baseball they've been playing lately, I'm going to bump them down a couple of notches. I'm going to stick with an A for the Dodgers right now. I think that's fair. They have not been playing well recently. So they dropped down a couple of pegs for me, and they lost a pretty good series there to the Padres. I'm going to go with an A for the Dodgers right now, just based off of how they've been playing. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna stick with it. So here we go. Where are we at? Red Sox. Hey, my Red Sox, they lost a couple to the Rangers. This Red Sox team is playing good. They're playing good baseball. Every game feels competitive. They're playing hard. Third best offense this year. Starting pitching, 9th best starting pitching. Bullpen. The Red Sox have the 2nd best bullpen this year. Overall, though, this past week, Red Sox have not been scoring a lot of runs, 26 in the offense this past week. They had good starting pitching this past week, 6 in starting pitching. But then the bullpen, they're 9th in the bullpen. They have not been getting the wins. They're 500 right now. 500. I feel like this Red Sox team, I'm going to go with a B+. They have, I had them as an A last week, but they've kind of come back down to earth just a little bit. So I'm going to go B+ right now. I think this team has been really fun to watch this year. It's been a pleasure. I've really enjoyed watching this Red Sox team. Every game, it feels like they have a chance to win. So that's where I'm at with the Red Sox right now. I'm going to go B+ for this Red Sox team. Here we go. We're down to 3. The Brewers, the Giants, and the Royals. Are we going to have any A+ teams? I don't know. Here we go. San Francisco. They've been playing good. They've been pitching really good. San Francisco, overall, where are they at with the starting pitching? Or that's the offense, sorry. San Francisco, not a great offense this year, 24th. However, the starting pitching has been awesome. 4th in the starting pitching. And the bullpen, actually, they had the worst bullpen overall this year. Let's take a look at recently. The Giants, 11th in the offense this past week. 3rd in starting pitching. That's not a surprise. And the bullpen continues to not really perform. I don't know, but they're winning. They're 6-4 in their last 10. I still feel like, though, I understand the Giants. They are ahead of the Dodgers right now. I get it. But that bullpen to me, I don't like that bullpen very much. They rank dead last in the bullpen. I'm going to go right now with a B+ for the Giants. I still feel like, even though the Dodgers, they've hit a bit of a rough stretch recently, I still feel like this Dodgers team, they're better than the Giants. I just feel that way. The Dodgers, I think, are just a better team right now than the Giants. I know the Giants are pitching their butts off right now, but I don't like the bullpen very much. And I'm putting the Dodgers ahead right now of the Giants. And that's just where I'm at. The Dodgers have a much better run differential than the Giants as well this year. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to stick with the B+ for the San Francisco Giants. We're down to 2. So here we go. Brewers and Royals. Who would have thought? The Milwaukee Brewers. It's funny with this team. Their pitching has been carrying them. However, the offense this year, it's not good. 26 in the offense. They're 2nd in starting pitching. And the bullpen is 20th. But they're finding ways to win games. This past week, Milwaukee, they are 15th in offense, so middle of the road. The starting pitching, 9th actually this past week. And the bullpen, 17th. So I don't know, this Brewers team is kind of weird to me. Hold on. Guys, if we can, please do not spam in the chat. I don't know. I don't like the offense. The bullpen is not great. The starting pitching is carrying this team. I'm going to go with a B+ for the Brewers. I need to see more offense out of this team. I need to see more offense. I mean, they're the middle of the road this past week with the offense. They're 6-4. So in the last 10, I don't know. Royals. The Royals right now. Let's take a look at the Royals. So our last team that we are covering, the Royals. Kansas City. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They're playing good. Kansas City with the offense. They are 13th in the offense this year. Starting pitching, they are 13th. And the bullpen, they're 22nd. Let's see what they've been doing this past week. Offense, they are 12th in offense. 16th in the starting pitching this past week. And 27th in the bullpen. But they're finding ways to win games. Let's take a look at who they played this past week. Hey, Daniel Lynch, the number 2 prospect for the Royals. He's making his Major League debut. They had a big loss to the Twins today. 13-4 loss. 13-4 loss to the Twins. Wow. So that's not going to help him out. All right. But they did win big on Saturday. So that kind of evens it out, I guess. Here we go. Looking at, okay, but they did lose 2 out of 3 overall to the Twins. They split with the Pirates, and then they did sweep the Tigers. So Kansas City, though, it's just because of their numbers. They don't rank very well with the stats, but they're getting the wins. I mean, they're not playing the greatest teams. I mean, they lost pretty. They lost a couple of games there to the Twins. If I take a look at some games that they played, I mean, they played some good teams so far. They split with the White Sox. They won a few against the Blue Jays. They won a couple against the Angels. They lost a couple to the Rays. I feel like this Royals team right now, I'm going to go with a B+ for the Royals. I don't know. To me, I feel like the 2 best teams right now in Major League Baseball, when you look at the numbers, the record for the White Sox isn't quite there, but the way they rank, the White Sox overall rank very well with the offense. They rank very well with the starting pitching, and they rank very well with the bullpen. And the Dodgers, they rank well all across the board as well. They have not been playing well recently, but this is coming, this was a Dodgers team that was an A+ last week, and now they're coming back down to an A. So as of right now, I don't think we got I think you could make the argument, the Dodgers or the White Sox are an A+ team. The Dodgers, if they didn't play, if they haven't been playing so poorly, the Dodgers would be an A+ team to me. But right now, because of the way they're playing, I'm knocking them down. I'm knocking them down to an A. So that's where I'm at. Right now, I'm gonna end the power rankings this week with no A+ teams. There is not, I think, an A+ team. The Cardinals have been playing like an A+ team lately, but when I'm looking at the whole season and where they're ranking with some of the numbers, I just think when you kind of weigh everything together, I think the Cardinals kind of average out to be a B+ or maybe even a B. So that's where I'm at. No A+ teams for me as of for this week. A's, we have White Sox and the Dodgers. B+, Cardinals, Red Sox, Giants, Brewers, and the Royals. Cardinals really helped themselves out there. They're winning a lot lately. For the B's, you're starting to see these teams start to trend up while the A's are kind of trending back down. Yankees, Astros, Blue Jays, Padres, and the A's as a B. C+, Reds, Rays, Washington, Arizona, and Seattle. C, Rangers, Orioles. The Mets, this is one team. Could you maybe see the Mets maybe start to climb up a little bit? The Mets, they're sitting right now at a C. And that's where I'm at right now. Phillies, Angels, Indians right there as a C2. The Twins, they had a big win today. I think maybe you could see the Twins, use that momentum to get into the C's next week. And then Miami, Cubs, Braves, Pirates, they're just underwhelming. Tigers and the Rockies, these are the bottom dwellers of Major League Baseball, in my opinion. This is where I'm at. So no A+ for me. Yeah, I think you're kind of seeing it balancing out a little bit more. Again, I think if you were to have an A+ team, if I were to pick an A+ team, I would pick the Dodgers. But they've had a tough week, so they kind of fell back down to an A for me. So that's where I'm at, everyone. That's all I have. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think. What are your power rankings? Let me know. One more time before I get out of here, if you are new to the channel, if you are just finding this channel, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 7K by the All-Star break. It's going to be a bit of a tough stretch, but I think we could do it. Hit that like button for me. That's going to get this stream out to more fans that weren't able to make it in tonight. Hit that or go follow me on Twitter as well if you'd like to talk some baseball throughout the day. Everyone, again, I hope you all had a great week this week. I hope you have a great week coming up. Enjoy the rest of your night. And as always, everyone, I will talk to you next time.